love these translations sometimes. You got your pet, your farm, but not really. It's your family. In this episode, we eat some noodles, see some ribs, improve our love. We got no love. It's not lighting up.
What's wrong with your mutant hand?
There we go.
What happened to mine? There we go. This little box right here is a police station, so I assume if you're having some sort of frantic moment, whether it be danger or confusion or whatever, you could come here and talk to a policeman. This shit is on wheels. It can go pretty much anywhere. So if you've just noted that this is part of the map, it might not be in the future, which is a little worrisome about your security and knowing where to go in case there's a problem.
I don't get the impression those are long-range wheels. I don't think they're wheeling that thing to another part of the city. I think they might just be able to move it back and move it forward. You know what I mean? Like, so if they go clean under it or whatever, like get a raccoon out from underneath, who knows what's going on, but I don't think I think that thing is probably fairly permanent.
Oh, okay.
Like, that wheel's got to lean. It's like breaking off.
Do you think anybody's ever stolen a police station?
Not yet.
Today's the day.
You're gonna pull a caper.
Oh, I'm gonna make history.
It's like almost noon. I'm finally getting my breakfast, aside from all the candy I've been eating, which is, there's been a few pieces. And there's this market that we just wandered into, and it's just overwhelming. There's tons of food. There's tons of stuff you could eat in there. I'm so jelly that this kind of thing exists, but in a place that I don't live. Like, it's just unbelievable to be like, okay, there's tons of things to choose from, different things. This lady made this fried egg roll thing. It's like a maki with egg on the outside in front of us. She just made it fresh, and it was about $4. And it looks like it's full of, to me, I'm gonna guess vegetables and stuff, but I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be surprised. It's warm. Yeah. Lots of vegetables and stuff, pickled things, stuff like that. I don't know if the egg is yeah, the egg is there, definitely. Yeah, it's really good. It's like $4. It's kind of hard to chew this and get through it. And they also had a pumpkin amazaki is what I would call this. Like fermented rice or something. I don't really know how it's made, but they make up a pumpkin here, which is kind of unique. So I was like, okay, we'll get that. The lady hooked us up, and it was like 1,000 won, which is like, I don't know, is that like 70 cents or something? I don't know. I'll write it on the screen. It's cheap. And that's kind of like, you could just never sit down and eat a meal. You could just wander around and eat a little thing here, eat a little thing there, and just that could be your whole day. You could just do that and never find the end of interesting things to try to stuff in your face.
I'll be honest that I don't feel like you can eat a little thing here, eat a little thing there, because everything you buy is gigantic.
Oh.
It's quite big.
Well,
so
you just have to expand your belt.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
This is intense. Every 3 feet is either something I don't understand. These scissors are giant. I mean, it doesn't make it's not important, but I'm just why are those scissors so big? There's food everywhere, there's smells everywhere, there's products everywhere. I haven't seen a lively market in a really long time. And we got your food, and then we came back in, and even more people are here because lunchtime is happening. It's invigorating, it's exciting. I don't feel like I can process at my normal speed because I need to go slower to see the finer details of what's going on.
Like the giant scissors.
And the scooter! What is he doing?
So currently what's going on is Katie wants to get some soup, but we're not really clear on how to order it or how the system works or anything. So these other ladies came and sat down and ordered, and we kind of watched what's going to happen and how they pay and do all those things. And then maybe Katie will just point at their food and be like, one more of those, because we don't really have any way to communicate in a way that's smooth. So we'll see how it goes. But this is one of the processes that you go through when you're in a country where everything is completely foreign to you and you have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so I've used rice rules. The rice rules are you go into the supermarket and you just follow the old lady around and you get whatever rice she chose because you don't know the difference between rice. Here, I've done the same thing. 2 older ladies sat down. They quickly made their order. The lady made it for them. They didn't huff and puff about it. It was just easy. I pointed at what they had. I asked for one. And now we have this. They mixed it up real good.
That's another thing that's like handy is you get to see how other people do the food if you order the same thing.
Bowl's hot. Bowl is hotter than touchable. Holy shit. The noodles are really kind of gelatinous. They're thick. They have no firmness to them, as you can tell. Like, they are just, you could pull and pull, and I'm not a fan of the noodles, but I'm not offended by the noodles. Hopefully that makes sense. They're tasty, they're fine. She put in this red sauce here that is like not spicy. It looks incredibly spicy, and we even saw a person tell her not to put that much on it. So immediately we just thought it must be spicy and they're not okay with that. And this was a local, not like a foreigner or whatever. And so I expected this to be quite spicy. I thought that, I feared when I let her just take control of that she was going to put in there the normal amount for a Korean person, which would kill a normal meat. And totally fine. There's a little bit of kind of like a peanut in the background, and then like a nice red at the end. I don't know how to describe stuff that happens in Korean cooking at all. It's quite good. I probably have more than I need to eat, but quite good. After eats, better with every bite. I'm still not a fan of the noodles. I would get a different noodle, but the flavor was just passion. Like, and not her passion, the passion of flavors within flavor. There were just so many things happening. Ooh, it was good, and there were pickles, and I don't know how to explain, but it was quite good. I am very happy. And now very full because we got like noodles and a half serving of noodles. So let's go walk.
The market morphed from a food market into a clothing market, and Katie like sort of looked at some bags but didn't get a bag.
The reason I didn't end up getting a bag is I felt like the sales situation was more aggressive than I want, but I know it could have been way more aggressive. Like, one lady like helped me put the bag on and everything, and
she's like snapping you in.
And it wasn't aggressive by any means. Like, they just told me the price and they were nice about it, but when I said no or like didn't move forward, I felt bad. So I just decided I won't get a bag here because I don't want to have any more sad old ladies.
And then the market morphed into tools and like lighting and stuff, and some of it looks cool because all the lighting is out and looking like fancy, whatever. I don't know what the next step of the market is, but I think we might be heading back kind of towards the fish market, so it kind of makes me wonder.
Wrapping paper. There's like wrapping paper.
Is that? Oh yeah, there is. This is the wrapping paper store.
Nice.
It's really cool, man. Like, these markets are very unlike anything that we have in Japan. You get little glimpses of it, but this is like way more like what the rest of Asia feels like when it gets into markets and stuff. It's exciting to just wander around and see like what's around the next corner. You have no idea. It's like impossible to guess.
This is one of the things that if I lived here, I'd really like to see how you fit this into your real life. Like, how is shopping here different?
Instead of going to like a department store or whatever. Yeah. Years and years and years ago, when we were in Seoul, we got obsessed with this lady that made waffles, and she had a bunch of different toppings and stuff that we put in the waffle, and you'd get to eat it, and it was amazing. It was like really cheap, like $1.50 or something like that for one of these waffles. And we just walked around the corner, and we came into another section of a different market, which is connected sort of to all the other markets. It's just all kind of blended together, to be honest. And this one seems like sweet treats and snacks, which is like pretty exciting. And the first thing I saw was a lady peddling waffles. These waffles don't seem to have the variety that the ones had when we were in Seoul, but I just saw a lady making waffles, and I was like, that's nostalgic, I want to get a waffle. So I'm having my first fika of the day, and I think she put honey, and oh, this is my second fika of the day? Yeah, well, I ate a bunch of candy. Yeah, it's just a blur, man. So this has just got some cream on the inside, and I think she put honey on the inside as well, but it's kind of a weird kind of texture that went in. But earlier we had honey water, so I don't know what's going on with honey in this country, but let's have a bite of a waffle. Good crunch. And definitely sweet, but it's not like drowning in sweetness. It is just like a bit of cream. If there's honey on there, maybe it's a little bit present. Yeah, a little bit, but not like super strong. It's mostly a creamy waffle. It's good. I mean, it's a waffle. What do you want? They're always good.
My guess is that it's not honey. My guess is that it is apple jam or a jam of some sort. Because it's just, I don't taste honey at all, and honey's got a distinct flavor. But it does definitely have that sweetness that goes beyond the cream. And what would that be that looks like that? Some sort of jam. I've seen a lot of weird shit in water today, and this is still really weird. What? They're just random ribs. We don't know if they're beef or if they're pork. There's a little piggy there, so that might indicate that it's piggy. This tank is very, very cold. Like super cold. And it says up there, the only thing I can read is water aging. I have no idea what this is, but it's interesting because I didn't think we were going to see packaged meat on display in a water display in an aquarium today. I obviously can't understand. But this is the second like extreme alert warning that we've gotten since we've been here.
But only on your phone.
But only on my phone. That's weird.
I got
You got nothing.
It could be like North Korean missile launches. That's my best guess.
I made a screenshot of the information, but I have to connect to the internet, so it will take a second for that to happen.
While Katie's trying to figure out why her phone thinks it's in an emergency, check this out, guys. There's a phone booth here. You can make phone calls publicly. And something else of note, there's some phone gum, y'all. Now, Katie, I double dog dare ya.
Oh, god damn it. Stop
I double dog dare you to chew the phone gum.
I do not want to eat street gum. 2, I do not want that flavor.
Come on.
Maybe it's just great.
Just a couple chews.
No.
You know you get, come on, you're double dog dare. Oh man. I never thought she'd turn one down.
True. But if we start this game, it will never end. I'm shocked that you haven't gone down this road. You probably went down this road like 2 years into our relationship when you realized a double dog dare existed, and then I was just like, why am I doing this? So I'm at the point today where I'm like, what the fuck is this? No.
What if I triple dog dare you?
It is nothing like what we thought it was. It is an alert from the Forest Service, the Ministry of Public Administration and Security. Due to the continuing dry weather, the National Forest Fire Disaster Risk Warning is being issued at the alert level. Prohibition of incineration in areas adjacent to forests. Please pay attention to ember management. So apparently, they think a fire is going to happen anytime now.
We've come down to the coastline and they've got these big barriers they put. This is pretty common to see around Asia to keep the coastline from deteriorating or like tides or whatever, like I don't know, water infrastructure maintenance stuff or whatever. But they've also put up these big signs that have got pictures literally of rescue workers pulling dead bodies out from inside of having fallen down into these. It's like a warning, do not climb on these. Like, look, here are dead people we have pulled out because they have slipped and fallen, gotten stuck, and then like the tide comes in or whatever, you know? So, needless to say, I've gone out and climbed on these in the past. Not here, but in other countries, and maybe in the future I'll avoid them. It is so bright I can't see the screen at all. We are walking down along this little coastal walkway, and it seems like a pretty popular place, especially, I don't know, what is it, Thursday afternoon or whatever, for older people to just kind of stroll back and forth on. I bet it gets kind of touristy, like during the right moments of the day or whatever, but at the moment it's just mostly old people maybe getting some exercise and a couple of tourists, we're like the only honkies I've seen in a while, let's put it that way. And I rolled into a 7-Eleven, and I got a drink. I got a Pine Bud drink. Can you help me out with that?
Pine Bud?
Yeah, Pine Bud.
You sure about this?
Yeah. Why? I just get the weirdest shit I can find.
It has
like,
a pine tree on it.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, let's get pine tree drink. What's a pine tree drink like?
Here, can we turn on our jams and just walk with them?
Our jams don't jam. Whoa! Okay, it smells like an air freshener. Like really strong pine. Like really.
Motherfucker, it says pine on it.
Sniff it.
I could smell it from your face.
Double dog dare you. Oh, it tastes like medicine. It tastes like eating a pine tree. Like literally, it's like if you took the pines off a tree and munched them, that's what you would get in liquid form.
Why are people drinking this?
Oh, I don't know. It's good.
It's good?
Oh.
I just had one of the milk candies, so maybe it's gonna be a pine latte or something. I don't know. A pine ole. Oh, it's kind of good. It's kind of weirdly good.
Oh, it's good.
It's got pine on the breath of it, but the taste of it doesn't taste like pine.
It's good.
Are you okay? Is it good or are you hurting? Because I can't tell.
I think it's both.
Visual update on the feed bag. I'd say we're about halfway done with all this candy. I've had 4 pieces. How many have you had, sir?
The rest?
The rest?
We got no love. It's not lighting up.
What's wrong with your mute hand?
There we go.
What happened to mine? There we go.
They've got this tunnel along this coastal area, and I don't know if it's like supposed to be like lovey-dovey stuff.
It
but
is lovey-dovey
definitely
stuff.
is.
Down there, the people are taking like little romantic couple pictures. Here, they've got like this little thing where you can find out if you're compatible, I guess, and everybody's compatible.
Is this like Yogi's Cave, man? Somebody
Yeah.
can get finger blasted? That's what it feels
That
like.
will not. You gonna put that in the video?
Yeah, it's going in the video. I don't give a
Okay.
damn.
I see.
Maybe at the end. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, and an interesting update. Something has happened, and now my eyes will not stop leaking. I don't know what it is. If it's like just aren't feeling well, or if like there's something in the air. I don't know what's going on, but enjoy my leaky eyes.
Feel home.
This path doesn't seem so legit anymore.
Katie doesn't know what's behind her.
Is it bears?
Is it what?
Is it bears?
You sure you didn't sneak a peek?
No. Is it bears?
Come on. Let's find out.
What?
This is kind of spooky, right?
Do you need a home? I don't think this bear has had a good life. There's something creepy about it. He's got like funk on him.
We got a Slowbot situation. If I recall, Korea is where Slowbot was born, right?
Yeah. It's a reunion. I won't be meeting my former self, whoever went fast, because that's nonsense.
We just spent the afternoon hiking along the coastline. And it was a really nice change from the insanity that was the markets and stuff, which is like sensory overload on like the nose sensories and the eye sensories and the ear sensories and the taste bud sensories. This was the opposite. It was just a grind along the coast in a way that was kind of just, you could hear the ocean and stuff. It was just pleasant. You can see all these boats out in the water. But now we're at a point where like we don't want to walk all the way back to get into the city area where we can get some dinner and then go back to our hotel and sleep, because man, we were both kind of wiped out. So we're trying to figure out a bus, but we don't read Korean. So we're just sort of guessing based on some of the vague information we have. We don't even know how to pay. Like we have cash, so it should be okay, I think. But we're just standing here now, and there's supposed to be a bus in like 7 minutes, something like that. And I guess we're gonna get on the bus and go wherever it goes. I don't know. We don't have SIM cards in our phones either, so we can't just like easily Google it, which is sort of fun. It's kind of how we used to travel way back in the day, like no internet, just like YOLO it. So it's kind of fun to like harken back to that, but it also would just be nice to just Google it. Like, I don't know which has more value.
I forgot to mention that the little island that we were trekking on today, I was calling it the turkey leg because from Google Maps it looks like the turkey leg. We did not conquer the turkey leg. The point was to get all the way to the end of it. We did some.
Two-thirds maybe?
Yeah.
It was a long way.
But now we are worn out, and we ended up going into a mall and just looking at their food area. And it all just seemed like slapstick, like polished Korean food. And I'm sorry, but this morning knocks that out of the fucking water. I want gritty, I want exciting, I want you know what I want? I want like double Dutch where you're like, I don't know if I should, I don't know, here I go. Like, I want that double Dutch. And
so we've come to a burger place.
So we came to a burger place. We tried to go to a Toast Shack, said it was open till 8. We got there, the lady told us, nope, you can't come in, we're closed. But we saw this no brand burger. It says like, why go to the higher priced places when this is just good enough? Okay. I was thinking that this was a small burger, but the heft of it feels a little hefty.
It's a thick boy?
Yeah.
So which one did you get?
I got the NBB original.
Oh, okay, so like their standard, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's usually what I do with places.
The fries are kind of thickish fries, like a thick potato. They're
Not
fine.
a wedge, but a good, strong, thick cut.
Man, I got the too much bacon burger. Like as in there's a lot of bacon in this burger. It looks like it's gonna be a floppy bacon. So there's always that for you.
Oh my god, that looks terrible. That's a ham. That's a ham right there. I've been lately thinking about how when I do things and then the sound around me is just a soundtrack to what I'm doing. This is the burger's soundtrack.
It's fine. I mean, it's good enough. I think their slogan is kind of right on. This whole meal was like $8.60 US.
I'd say yours sounds better than mine.
Is yours bad?
This burger doesn't taste like it was grilled at all.
It's not bleeding, is it?
If you told me this was a plant-based burger, I'd go, oh, that's why.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of
No
like...
hating on the plant-based burger, it's just got a flavor. And if you told me this is beef, I'd be like, you're wrong. You've done beef wrong.
Yeah, I would say that it's like a $4 burger. It's about what you'd expect for a $4 burger.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go for the more expensive one.
Yeah, it's a fast food joint, absolutely.
We came back to Waffle Town, the little market that has lots of waffles. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! And there's more than waffles here. And one thing that I saw was like these little, I just thought they were little breads that come with kimchi, and that's not what's happening here at all. These are kind of like gyoza that have some sort of something inside. Not sure what that is, because the man had already pre-made it. He then deep fries these like right on a grill in front of you. And then he makes this kind of, it's not kimchi because it hasn't like soaked. In my mind, kimchi has to soak. So he took cabbage, he put a whole bunch of like red sauce on it. He says it's not spicy. And he also has some octopus in there. You excited? That's good octopus. It's soft. Motherfucker's wrong. Pretty spicy. So let's see how this goes. The crispy is crispy, but I gotta get deeper in. I still don't know what's inside. I definitely did double Dutch for this. I sat there staring at the guy's food thing like, should I go up there? Should I go up there? And until he went like this, come on. He did nothing. Like, he didn't try to like banter or like bug me to death to come over to his food. He was just like, I see that your eyes have been over here like 15 times. Come on. And this was a 5,000 won, which is a little over $4. I think it's a little more expensive than I wanted to spend, but I saw it earlier and really wanted to eat it, so that's that. It is spicy.
I have also got a treat, but it's not quite as full of octopuses, I don't think, as what Katie got. We've had these in Japan, and we think that they were called hotto in Japanese, in Korean, Japanese pronunciation, whatever. I don't quite understand how to say it for realsies, but it's got seeds on the inside, and sometimes they come in different flavors. This one I didn't have any options. It was just, give me one please, and it was 2,000 won. And I seem to think that they have honey in them or something, but I don't know. I really don't remember. I've only had them a couple times. But Katie's been laughing about things. We keep seeing people putting things in cups that aren't like supposed to be in cups. So this is a thing in a cup that's, I mean, it's working. It's just that you don't expect it to be in a cup, right? It's really hot. Yeah, that was dangerous. And it was just boiled in some like oil kind of. So, all right, I'm gonna just man up and do it.
Eric Klein, do not man up and just bite things. Think about things.
I'm gonna man up and bite you.
Yeah, I foresee that happening.
That's good. It is a little bit sweet. I'm not sure why, but it's got seeds and stuff on the inside. And that's not something that you like normally see in sweet treats, like seeds, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's fine. It's kind of fun. It's a cheap, like really quick, like grab a bite of like a sweet treat snack, but not overwhelmingly sweet, but also has seeds and I don't know how to say it thing. It's good. It's hot.
This looks real breakfasty. Follow that cart. Or he's being chased. Oh, there's a cone there, dude. You can't go in. No go. My brain really is trying to make English out of what they're saying.
Yeah, I know.
And when they walked in, he was like, "Oh, party goods." It's like, "Oh, this motherfucker's getting some party goods."
Hey. What? Two. Hey.
Got it.
Very good.
You know, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like this. Yeah, you do it. Wait. Do it again. And it's not that it's like overwhelmingly tremendous or anything. It's just like, you know, you shouldn't be doing it. And there's always a little worry that it's not gonna go in your favor. Things are gonna fall out, but totally worth it. I think it's more fun to bounce than be about this shitty area. You're so fat on that side. Yeah, girl. Gotta bounce. A big thank you to everyone over at Patreon for helping us make this video possible. If you'd like some perks like sneak peeks, discussion videos, and postcards, check out our Patreon, linked below. You can also find us live streaming adventures on Twitch and all over social media. Those links are below as well.